I already know better. Make you want it forever. Try to play a game, but you don't play for keeps. Messing with a girl from the east side, yeah. Kinda love you, wanna build your dreams on, yeah. But I already know better. I'm a go-getter, and I got me, I'm good. I'm head over shoes on hardwood. For me, you know I wrote the book. I'm moving along, flip somebody wrong, so go.
I'm here breaking my neck, looking over my shoulder. Stepped into your skin, got me tripping over myself. Passing the time. If you come on over here, we could be on the same side.
Same side, same side, same side, same side.
Friday.
Same side, same side, same side, same side.
Yep. Oh yeah. We on top out here, man.
Hey, I'm on top. Really, I'm on top. Yeah, whole crew on top. Really, we on top. Wake up every morning with drive. Been on the grind, know I had to survive. We had to win. Started from the dirt and the rubble. I had to be the needle that was popping your bubble. Walking with a clear route. How we gon' rise today? I'm making mine today. Go make yours. Double back and flip the proceeds. Last year on the corner sipping OE. Had to get off the block. Best friend smoking rock. Best man called the cops. Rose from the city that never sleeps. It's the melting pot. I came through with purpose. I never question if it's worth it. Homie, I'm on top. Really, we on top. I'm on top. See me, I'm on top. We on top. Whole crew on top. I can't stop. I'm on top. See me, I'm on top. I'm on top. I'm on top. Whole crew on top. Really, I'm on top. I never stop.
I'm on top. Whole crew on top. I never stop. All right, evening, everyone. Well, actually, good afternoon. That's how you know you don't know what time it is, what day it is. You talking about good evening, and it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Shit, good whatever. Happy Friday. So this is Coffee and Charts live with yours truly. I think this is volume 19. So we're gonna do what we do, some market observation as we sip our lattes and coffees and macchiatos, espresso, iced tea, juice, whatever you got, it's all good. I did a brief observation last actually, and I think I did an observation every day this week, if I'm not mistaken. So I kind of wanted to get back into the swing of doing something every day. And I've been holding off on the barrier training that I'm going to still do. just so that I can get into a little rhythm with live observation every day. I think that these live observations are very beneficial, not just to the team, which are those who are training with TeamAlliance, but also just to people in general that want to learn about trading the markets successfully, those interested in learning to trade at the professional level, those who are in this industry but they're losing and they want to stop. You know, they want to switch over to profitable trading. If that's who you are, you're definitely in the right place, because that's what you're going to learn to do by being exposed to this content, without a doubt. So for anyone that's new to the platform, and even before I get into that, as you guys make your way on, please be sure to show love, like and share the video. If you're tuning in from Facebook, be sure to follow the TeamAlliance page. If you're tuning in from YouTube, subscribe to the channel. Also turn on your bell notifications. On the Facebook page, there's a bell option also. Turn it on. If you're tuning in from Twitter, be sure to retweet after you like and share the video. All right. And you guys doing those things will help to get the video pushed out to more people on all of these platforms. So if you're new to the NADEX platform, if you're new to the content here, whatever platform you're tuning in from, there's a chat feature. You can post in the chat and I'll see it and I'll respond accordingly. All right. And don't be shy. Don't be hesitant with your questions. Please feel free to ask questions, because that's how you're going to learn, get the answers that you need, and really just elevate your understanding of what's happening. I must say that, you know, what we do here, in my opinion, and I've been exposed to a lot, but what we do here ain't nothing better than this, man. I mean, for real. This is an actual profession. What we learn to do here is an actual skill set that we apply in the market. We have a powerful trading platform that we can use in NADEX. No issues with money. You know, the funds are segregated, meaning that when you make a deposit on NADEX, your money is in a separate account altogether. It's not in NADEX's account. They have a segregated account where the customer's funds go into. So when you make a deposit, when you win your trades, you get paid. Hold on. Listen. NADEX is doing great business. They are regulated here in the United States by the same agencies that regulate stock exchanges, the same agencies that regulate mutual fund companies and brokerages, CFTC, NFA. These are government agencies that don't play. They make sure that businesses are doing fair practices and not trying to get over on customers. That's important, because it means that you can rely on when you do business on the platform. So the same way that you make a deposit, when you make a withdrawal, you get your money. You need that. That's why this is professional trading. It's really important that you understand that, because a lot of people think that this industry is something that is a game, or, oh, it's gambling. No, it's not. And if that's what your thought process is when it comes to that, you really need to get some real education. And that's why being here is the best thing for you, especially if you're new or if you've already been exposed in this industry to information that is not true. Information out there that comes from people, which is one of the reasons why I always say to do your own due diligence. Don't listen to what other people say about something. Do your own diligence. A friend of mine told me that trading those binaries are a scam. Don't listen to him. I understand why folks talk like that, and when they refer to binary options in particular, why they may say that. And that's why it is such a thing, dealing with overcoming the misconceptions and the false pretense that is associated just with that word or those words, binary options. Traditional binary options that people are used to, that's not the ones that we trade here on NADEX. Has nothing to do with NADEX. And I want to be very clear when I talk about binaries. When you hear me talking about binary options, I'm talking about NADEX. Period. Nothing else. No other platform, no other company, none of that. NADEX, North American Derivatives Exchange. Go to nadex.com, find out more information about the platform. Do your due diligence so that you'll see for yourself that what I'm talking about is accurate and true. I'm very excited about NADEX. Very much so. Because what this allows you to do is to make a lot of money when you have market skill. It's nothing like having the skill, but it's nothing like having somewhere to exercise the skill and get paid. That's just as important as the skill. See, and we have that. This is why I get excited when I talk about NADEX. NADEX took my money. They said I lost a trade that I didn't lose. According to the chart, I won the trade, but they told me that I lost the trade in an email. You just don't understand how the platform works. You don't understand how the market works, and you sound like everybody who loses. You need to understand before you take another trade and lose again. Stop walking around talking about how NADEX took your money. NADEX didn't take your money. You made a deposit and you lost. So be clear. You know, I talk about these things in the beginning of this observations because I just try my best to keep people educated and informed. I don't like when people like to talk about shit that they don't know, and I don't like when people say things that ain't true. So to remedy that, I talk about facts. Everything I've said so far, factual information. And you can fact check it and it'll check out. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so anyway, hope everyone is having a good Friday. This was a very productive week. Like I said, I was able to do an observation every day. I think the only day that I missed was Sunday night. But this upcoming week, I'm going to try to include Sunday too. So that should give us like 6 lives for the week, because it'll be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, that's 6. So I'm going to shoot for 6 next week. You know, so between the live observations, the podcast, coffee and charts, something's going to be going on live to raise the vibrations. You know, because it at this point, it still is confusing a little bit to me that people are losing trade still, who have been exposed to this information. Not to say that, oh, well, you know, it's going to take me time to learn. I'm not saying that. What I'm suggesting is that if you run into any of this content and you hear me, you're going to hear certain things all the time. One of the main things is to stop trading. And the problem is that you don't want to hear that, but you need to hear it. Why do you need to hear that? Because if you're trading and you're losing, there's a reason that you're losing, and it's not because of the trade. Whoa. Whoa, Nelly. Not because of the trade. Market is at this point right now, it still has too much overall movement in it. It is transitioning, however. It is. But there's still a tad bit too much movement. And you can see that there are still significant candles that are here, but you can kind of see it transition it also. The smaller candles, there's starting to be more of them. And it's almost like you can see it switching sides. It's amazing. It's amazing how I see the market, because you see it. Like literally, you can see it. But you can only see when you understand what you're looking at. That's why I do these observations, to give clarity and guidance. But anyway, what was I just saying? The hell was I just talking about? Damn, I forgot what I was talking about. I know it'll come back to me, but damn. What was I just talking about just now? Drew a complete blank. I was just talking about something specific. Thank you. Why people are losing. Okay. Yeah. So, all right. People, yes. Thank you, Damon. Stop trading. Thank you. All right. Yeah. So, anyway, people are still losing because they refuse to stop trading. You listen. If you have an account with NADEX, right? And you've heard or you've watched or listened to my content before, and you know, more than likely you'll come back and you'll revisit and you'll watch more. There's a slim to none chance that you watch this content and don't come back for more. Like, there got to be something wrong with you. So I'll assume that you're not a retard and you come back. So when you come back and you start listening and watching more, you'll notice that I'm saying the same thing over and over again. And I know that gets some people upset because they'll tell me, man, you always talk about the same shit. You like to hear your own voice. Actually, I don't. I actually don't. That's why I use more of them, because that makes me laugh and it breaks up the monotony of me hearing my own voice. But the reason that I say things over and over again is because repetition is how you actually get to the point where you'll stop doing certain things and start doing other things. See, you being told to do something one time, you ain't gonna do it. You being told the same thing 10 times, you start listening to it. After 30, 40, 50 times, you start taking it seriously. Like, wait, it's the same thing that he was saying before. I watched 50 videos now. He's saying the same thing in all of them. It takes you that long. So guess who's in the way? You. It takes you that many times just to start paying attention. Now, during that time, you'll be watching and listening. And guess what you'll still be doing? You'll still be trading. Guess what else you'll still be doing? You'll still be losing. While you're listening and watching my content. Now, mind you, it's funny because you'll be watching a video and the video will be playing, and I'll probably be saying in the video while you're in a trade to stop trading. You be in a trade and you hear me on the video say, first thing I want you to do is stop trading. And you're like, damn. Shit. Because you're starting to realize, like, damn, he has been saying to stop trading, and I ain't stopped trading yet. Yeah. You know why? Because you are a human being, and that's human behavior. We're very hard-headed. We got an ego, and we also think that we know more than we know. This is just the nature of human beings, period. I've come to realize and accept it. That's why when I say certain things, it sounds funny, but it's true. Just like when I talk to people, when I go back and forth and people message me, hey, Mark, can you give me a call? Nope. What's your question? Oh, well, I just wanted to know, I'm still finding difficulty with the trading here. What's the problem? Well, I can't seem to be consistent. All right, first thing I want you to do is stop trading. Okay, so what should I do next? Watch 301 Mindset. What's that? That's one of my videos. Just watch that. Okay, then when I watch that, what should I do after that? Watch it again. Now here's my question. When I tell them to watch it, they're going to watch it the first time, right? Are they going to watch it again? When they ask me, what do I do next? And I say, watch it again. Are they going to watch it again or not? Average person. Average person is not going to watch it again. What are they going to do? They're going to watch it the first time. And instead of watching it again, they're going to take another trade. They're going to trade again. The first thing I told them to stop doing, they'll go right back to doing it again. And it's like, yo, is this something wrong with you? And see, the thing is, I want to say that, but I realize that there's really not that much wrong with you. You're just a human being. That's all it is. And this is how we collectively are as human beings. We're stupid. See, all right. Let me try to help folks understand what's happening, because people will take this personal and be like, I'm not stupid though. Yeah, you are. I used to be. That's why I said we, because I'm not denying that I was not stupid at one point in time. I was retarded. I admit it. You admitting it and accepting it is the first step to changing it. Come on, man. Come on. You can't stop if you don't stop. See? How you gonna stop doing something if you don't admit that that's what you're doing? No, I'm not really doing it that. Yes, you are. I told you to watch it again and you went and took a trade again. And mind you, when you asked the first question, the first answer was to stop trading. Come on, man. Come on. See, I'm taking the time out now. Even while I'm doing this observation, I'm speaking to people not in training with TeamAlliance. I'm talking to everybody that don't know what we do. And I'm trying to help you to help yourself. Because these are the ones messaging me. Mark, I've been watching your content for a while now. What do you think I need to do to prepare for training? 301 mindset. The answer is not going to be different. It's going to be the same answers. One of the main problems is that people don't think that mindset is something that they need to get in check first. You won't follow the process that I teach you without the mindset first. Whoa. So don't try to learn the process first. Whoa. What did I just say? Don't try to learn the trading process first. See, part of the process is mindset first. That's the part that you're missing. Oh, I'm going to get into training. Guess what getting into training means? Watching 301 mindset every day. Then you start watching the other ones. See, after you start training, when I send you the 301 playlist, there's 4 videos in it. Guess what video is in the 4? 301 mindset. So even after you get in training, you don't stop watching 301 mindset. You continue to watch it every day. Why? Because you're a human being. And you're retarded. It's okay. Trust me when I tell you it's all right, because that's the purpose of this, is to help you to not be retarded no more. Because you'll say the same thing when you take another trade and you're like, damn, I don't know why I took that trade. You don't even know why you did it. That right there is the pure definition of retarded. You can't even explain why. Damn, I don't know why I did that. Come on now. I know what I'm talking about. We are hard-headed. We are retarded. Yes, we are. Until we're not anymore. See? So this is what you're training to do. You thought training was learning the strategy? That's what you thought this was? Oh shit. This what be bugging me out. I'm like, you really thought that you were getting into training just to learn how I trade? That's hilarious. You're in training to learn how I think. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. There's a thought process in what we're doing. You're in training to learn how to become patient like me, how to develop the discipline I have. That's why you're training. You ain't training to learn the +1. That's not that's not training. That's at the back end of it. Mark, I think I have your strategy down pat. Just the fact that you said strategy, you can't talk to me now. Now I'm gonna leave you on read. You think I'm playing? This is what I really be doing to people. I let it sit there for 3 days. Be like, let me give them time to think, because I told them to stop saying strategy to me. Insanity, man. It's insanity. But see, my heart is in the right place though, because in spite of all of that, in spite of everything that people be saying and doing, I'm still here and I still do it. I'm talking about doing more of it. I just said I did a live observation every day this week, except for Sunday. I'm talking about doing one for Sunday next week too. Showing up. I ain't doing that for me. I'm doing it for you. Because the more that you hear and see and listen, the less dumb you'll be. Well, Mark is mean. No, I'm not. I'm honest. You do dumb shit and you'll continue to do dumb shit if you don't stop. And the only way to stop is for somebody to keep telling you to stop until you stop. This is why you should stop. Nope. You flipping a coin doing that. Nope. You might lose. Oh, but Mark, I won. I don't care that you won. That was stupid to trade right there. You shouldn't have even been in the market. Oh, but I thought it meant parameters. No. How you meeting parameters with them big ass candles all over the chart? This is why this ain't a strategy. See, it's a process. And once you learn how to maintain discipline and develop patience, all you'll do is apply the process. That's when you start to see the market. And when you start seeing the market, that's when you start to trade profitably. And only trade profitably. You won't be doing nothing else. That's what we do. He just likes to hear himself talk. Actually, I don't. And the reason that you're saying that is because you know that what I'm telling you is true. That's why you keep saying that. I never met a guy that likes to hear his own voice. You sound stupid. You really sound stupid. But it's all good, man. It's like all of this is in love. Because if I didn't care, I wouldn't do this. But that's the thing. I do. I care. See, all right. One of the things that motivates me is when people actually do get it. You got to understand, every time I see someone post a video in the group chat, or someone sends me a message, or sends me the video, Mark, here, take a look at this. What are your thoughts? That's like my oxygen right there. See, so I can't even get mad enough at people that don't get it, because the ones that want it and do get it, I'm here. You see? I ain't gonna not do it because of the knuckleheads. I gotta keep doing it for the people that want it. It's only fair. Because if you learn how to apply this process and learn what I learned, you deserve what you got coming to you. Freedom. Freedom. See, you deserve the freedom. If you're gonna do it, you deserve it. It's powerful stuff, man. Powerful stuff. Oh, man. Let me come into the comments real quick. This is all true right here. Thousands. This is hilarious. Right. Gotta be a new person. You know it. Can you give me a call? Nope.
What you talking about, Willis?
Nope. All facts. Question has already been answered. Yep. See, look, it's the honesty for me. It's the honesty. Look at this. See, we're all stupid when we first begin, and then we have to say, "I will no longer be stupid." That's what I'm talking about. It's not about staying stupid. See, you can be stupid, just don't stay stupid. TA trains the stupid out. Go. Oh man. Yes. Exactly. Repetition. Saying the same thing. I mean, I see it every day. Like I see it literally all day, every day with my daughter. I guess she's at the age where you say something every day and they still don't do it. Like it's almost like it just didn't click yet. This is what I want you to do. So I'm going to tell you to do this every day. I'm going to stand here while you do it every day. Well, you don't have to stand there. No, I have to stand here. Every day I tell, like she likes to watch television in the living room. And I always tell her to put the remote back on the mantle, right? Every day. Make sure you put the remote back. Okay. Did she put it back? Now, so let me see how long I've been telling her that for. Just that alone. I've probably been telling her that for like 6 months. Every day. When I say every day, I mean every day, because she comes in the living room every day to watch TV. She likes being in the big open space. I'm like, well, why don't you go in your bedroom? No, I like it here. Okay, put the remote back on the mantle when you finish, okay? Okay. I felt proud the other day because she actually did it for the first time. She put it back. See, to me, that's the win. That's the win, because I'm like, listen, I understand how this works now with you. I have to tell you this every day. I got to stand here while you do it every day, with little stuff, whatever it might be. And this is just things that parents have to do with kids. When your kid is at I don't want to brush my teeth, you got to stand there, put the toothpaste on the toothbrush for them, and stand there and tell them to brush their teeth. And stand there and make sure that they brush their teeth long enough. And gargle with the mouthwash long enough. Got to stand there. All right, wash your face again. Right? This is what we have to do as parents. And it's like, as a parent, it's like, damn, I got to do this? Yeah. Why do you do it for your kid? Just think about that for a minute. Why do parents do that for their kids? It's love. Is it aggravating? Yep. Is it annoying? Yep. Do you get frustrated? Yep. You get tired of doing it? Yeah. Do you still do it? Yep. Are you going to stop doing it? Nope. Why not? Because you got to do it until they do it. Then when they start doing it on their own, now they flying. That's how this works. That's what it is. So See, my kids have taught me a lot because they have taught me a lot about how people are. My kids help me understand grown folks. Like in all honesty, they help me to understand why people do what they do. I'm like, damn, it's just like, you got to keep going until you break through. Break through what? The hard head. You got a hard head. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Yes, this is what it is right here. Bingo. Drill. See, there's a reason they call it drill instructor. Because they drilling through your damn head. And this is it right here. Right. You got to be the parent, not the friend. Right. Right. I'm not here for you to like me right now. I'm here to teach you what you need to do daily. Values. Morals. Right? That's what I'm here to teach you. You don't got to like me. But you'll love me later for teaching you this. This is very true, too. Now, we just said people make it sound difficult to press play, listen to training. If you make a conscious decision, eventually it becomes subconscious. And then financially, freedom follows not long after. That's hard. And how true is this? That's right. We all have programming. Bingo. In order to change the program, you got to do what? You got to repeat the change. It even goes as far as being traumatic. Yep. See, all right. You know what trauma actually is? Trauma is shock. Trauma is shock. Shock is the only thing that will make you do something over and over again. You'll do certain things because you are afraid of something, or you'll do certain things because you don't know what else to do. It's programming, absolutely. And something that is a traumatic experience is a shock. And shock can be used good or bad. See? So trauma, there's more negative association with it than positive. But you can consciously put trauma into something that you don't want anymore. Whoa. Whoa. So you don't realize that when you're feeding positivity to negativity, you're putting trauma on the negativity. You're shocking it. You can shock yourself out of doing bullshit. Same rules apply. Same rules apply. Forrest, what's happening? Yes. Another good explanation right there. Like cornering a dog. There you go. We are what we repeatedly do. Damon said, I bet if something traumatic happened, it wouldn't be hard at all to train like Mark. You'd be surprised what it takes some people. And again, see, we all have our own level of it. And I do understand that. Definitely. Because, me using my daughter as the example, that's a good one because my daughter is highly intelligent. She's very smart. Almost like too smart sometimes. I'll be like, wait, how old are you? I be forgetting how old she is sometimes having conversations. I'm like, wow, you really smart. But as smart as she is, there's something that is like a block for certain things. Like putting stuff back. It's just like I tell her, like, listen, put that back when you're finished. She just won't do it. And it's like you're trying to figure out, well, damn, why does she do that? I stopped trying to figure it out. I don't know why. All I do know is that the repetition of me telling her over and over and over again, eventually she's gonna do what I'm saying. At some point, she'll do it. And that's why I said the other day, when she put it back, I felt so good. Because I'm like, wow, that's the breakthrough right there. That was a moment. It's like she actually did it. So it's like, damn, why did she do it this time? All other times, I see the remote everywhere except where I told you to put it. Now I see the remote where it's supposed to be. And it's like, wow, what happened? Repetition. That's what happened. It's powerful, man. It's powerful. And I realize that that's the same thing that goes on with us, grown folks. Absolutely. It's amazing, man. Yep, it is amazing. Who the heck is this? Jeff says, very true. Consistent training with TA shifts your mindset to the point that stress becomes nothing because your emotions are always in check. Yes. Yes. Yep. It's similar to the same dynamic as when someone asks me a question, then I give them the answer, and I give them an instruction. And then they don't follow the instruction and come back. Just like I use the example of 301 mindset. Mark, I'm not consistent. What can I do? Stop trading? Well, what do you mean? Stop trading less? No, stop trading, period. That's a shock right there. To the person that's used to trading, that's traumatic to them. Hold on. That's traumatic to them right there. Wait, he said stop trading completely? But Mark, this is what we do. If you are referring to losing, that's what you doing. You asking me how to stop doing that. And I'm telling you to stop trading right now. It's not your trades, it's your mindset. Oh. The problem is not your trades. People, is it because I'm over trading? No, it's not even over trading. Because you can trade less and you'll still be losing. You can trade half as much as you do and you'll still be losing. You can trade a fifth of what you're currently doing and you'll still be losing. So what is that telling you? It's not the fact that you're over trading. It's not the fact that you're trading too much. It's the fact that you're trading and you're not understanding the market. That's it. So in order to stop that process, one, you need to understand the market. In order to understand the market, you have to what? Stop trading. How can you learn the market if you're still taking trades? You can't. And that's why until you follow the instruction that I gave you, you'll continue to run into the same problem. winning sometimes. See? Winning sometimes and then losing. Damn, that was a good run. I had a good run. Mm-hmm. I mean, you know, it's amazing to me because I'm like, just put everything that I'm doing in perspective. Project Freedom is only 30 trades. Are you capable of trading 30 times in a row and winning all of them in a row? Can you do that currently without the mindset that you need? That's my question. Are you able to do that right now? I'm sure I could pull it off. Yeah. I've gone 20-0. I've done 25-0 before. Okay, do 30. Do 30. And matter of fact, so we know that you're doing it, record each one of them too. Uh-oh. Here comes that accountability and documentation thing. Are they going to do it?
What you talking about, Willis?
They ain't doing that. Damn, he told me to record. Yep. But then you wonder why you continue to repeat all of the same things over and over again, which ultimately lead to a losing trade that you're in, that you wish you weren't in. Damn, man, something told me not to take that one. Must be this euro dollar. Let me switch to the pound. Let me switch to the dollar yen. Let me try the yen. The yen moves much less. I'm gonna trade the yen. You over there trying to trade different pairs. You switching markets. You're doing all type of shit, and the result is the same. You take fewer trades, all you do is lose slower. You taking less trades, all you doing is losing slower. And I'm just saying, like the reason that I always bring these things up is because you know that I'm telling you the truth. This is what you're doing. That's what you're doing. You don't want to admit it, but that's what you're doing, though. And once again, here's my hand again. Let me help you. Stop trading. Well, how long am I supposed to watch the market? Watch the market until you understand what the market does. Well, I'm not sure what that means. Well, there's a blueprint for it. You can follow the blueprint or figure it out yourself. You pick. Either way, you're going to have to stop trading right now. Oh, this guy, Mark, he disturbs me. I don't understand this guy. How does he win those trades? I took a trade like that, but mine didn't win. Market moved again in the last 10 seconds. All right, well, you didn't take a trade like me. Because if you haven't noticed, when I'm in a trade, the market don't do that, do it? Market ain't doing none of that, is it? What the market be doing? Holding. That's what you see. You see my trades. And there's a reason for that. I know that that's what the market is doing. You be hoping that that's what the market does. Because you don't understand the market yet. You're not taking the time to learn it either. You're too busy doing what? Trading. Right. Y'all hitting it right on the head. You're hitting it right on the head. This is true right here. Look at this. They start watching 4 different markets. Then they go from 5-minute binaries to 20-minute binaries. Facts. Then next thing you know, they'll be on the hourlies. And then what? Then the dailies. Wow. See, I ain't the only one that knows. We know what y'all be doing. You don't want my email confirmations? Right, you want me to record? Can I just send the emails? Yes, definitely an intervention. Yep. He tried it while the market is doing the MC Hammer dance. That's funny. Wow. Doing the hammer dance. Wow. It's crazy, man. Crazy. I don't know. You just showed up, huh? Just showed up. You know how Red Man do? Just pops up. You're like a pop-up shop. I mean, it's probably something recently too, that like a message or something that somebody sent to me that kind of started this whole conversation, this dialogue. Too legit to quit. Hey. Yeah, y'all gotta stop, man. Y'all gotta stop. Oh man. Yeah, but I mean, it's so crazy. It's like, for real. I mean, that example I used with my daughter, that is how it feels to me. It feels just like that. What should I do with the remote? Put it back on the mantle. Just won't put it back. Mark, I'm not consistent. What should I do? Stop trading. You just won't stop trading, will you? Crazy. That's like, it really feels like that to me, for real. That's funny. You said it was probably Wednesday at 2 p.m. left on red. Oh, snap. Right, just out of nowhere. Yep. Ooh, this is hard. This is Don DeMarco right here.
Dom DeMarco. Dom DeMarco.
That's hard. You know you're elevating in your skill when you only ever want to hear Rant Man and want nothing to do with Juice Man. Sheesh. Let's go. Hard body right there. So all of this is looking good. You see, well, I didn't mean to do that. Let me see if I can move this over. But you see all of this right here? You see, just in general, look at the overall size of the candles in this circle area. Yeah, let me move this box over here and zoom in. Look at the overall size of the candles. Even with me zoomed in, you can see how small they are. You see this? 3. Let me see what the biggest one is. Biggest one is 5, which was that one. This one is 4, was that 3? This one is 5. Yeah, so the biggest is 5. And that was 2 candles. So 2 out of what? 10 candles? Maybe 11? 2 out of 11 candles are 5 micropips. 2 out of 11 candles, the biggest one is 5 micropips. What is that telling you about overall range? See, this is what I mean about waiting. Patience. When you're patient, the market gives. So you don't have to try to take. Observation all day. Observation. Put my box back over here. Observation. Mark, have you ever had someone try to call you, then deny the call, and they text you right afterwards? I know it's happened at least once. Oh, someone try to call and I don't pick up? Oh, yeah. Definitely. It's more like I never pick up. I'm like, listen, we got so much technology today. We don't got to talk. I remember that used to be like a common thing when people used to want to like talk to me and ask questions and stuff. They'll be texting, and then they'll hit me with it. Mark, you think you could give me a call? Why? Well, what did they used to say all the time? There was like a common thing that people used to always tell me. Oh, I remember what it was. Oh, I'm old school. I'm old school. I'm like, I'm old school too. I'm still not calling you.
Dom DeMarco. Dom DeMarco.
She still ain't calling you. Look, this is facts.
Dom DeMarco. Dom DeMarco.
Wow. It's funny. I didn't realize that. That's crazy to me. And she's right. Not once. Look at Peter. Oh, snap. Y'all are nuts. Yep, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Shit. All of that. Man, the stuff that people used to be saying was nuts. I'm like, damn, you want my blood type? Mm-mm-mm. I remember that too. I do remember that. She sent me her number and everything. She put the number in the chat. I was like, I talked to you on training. Oh, snap. Wow. See, it's not my fault. It's discipline. That's all. I'm just disciplined like that. That's what it is. Insanity. This is funny. Walker said, best signal providers that charge $500 a month for signals that lose won't call you either. Mark practically giving away freedom for free, and we looking for concierge service. Word. Yeah, people will never be satisfied. You ain't lying about that. they they want the Hilton Suites, but they paying for the red roof. Oh, snap. Don't you know that I get these calls literally like every day? What is that? What is that scam? That must be something real popular. That's crazy. Not a day goes by where I don't get a message like that. We're calling you about your car's extended warranty. I'm like, what are you talking about? What car are you talking about? Insanity. Yeah, all of that. All of that. Silly. Jay Carly says, I'm the favorite because I made myself that way. So if the favorite don't get special treatment, that's how it is. And this the part people don't be understanding. Even because I know that some people will ask like for one-on-one one-on-one consultation and all that. I'm like, do you realize that I'm in the group chat all day, every day? Like literally, all day. I see it all. There's nothing that happens that goes on that I don't see. I see everything. And there have been people that have come into training. I put them in a group chat. And they ain't say nothing not even once. They said hello when everybody greeted them, and that was the last time that you heard from them. But then they'll message me and ask me for one-on-one. Yeah, they think you stupid. That I'm like, come on, man. Y'all can't come better than that. And I be wanting to know who actually does it, like who engages in these scams. Who's doing that? Who is doing that? Oh, this is the Social Security Administration. We've noticed unethical activity with your Social Security number. We need you to send us what is it, MoneyGram? Send MoneyGram or a money order immediately to this address. What? What are you talking about? Yeah, maybe so. Gotta be like old people like with dementia or something. Because you got to be completely out of it to even engage in any of that nonsense. Yeah, I see that. They spending all their time figuring out different calls to make. And they go as far like they'll look at the area code of your phone and they'll call from an area code that you recognize. So you thinking it's somebody that you know. Like one client's. Crazy. Crazy, man. Yeah, but I mean that's sad with them scams, man. And forget about the ones online, like talking about send me 300 and I'll send you back 5,000 in 7 days. People definitely get it. I guess people definitely do that. What's funny is that my oldest son, he messaged me one day and he asked me. He said, "Yeah, man, I got a message on Instagram. This guy, he told me that if I send him $300, he'll turn it into like 5,000 in 6 days with Bitcoin." And I had to ask him, I'm like, well, what about that sounds legitimate? And he said, well, I know that you are very familiar with Bitcoin, so that's why I'm asking you, is this legit? And I said, let me repeat, what about that sounds legitimate? And I realized, see, when people, especially I guess younger people, when they're caught up in social media, because they're used to the internet, they think everything on the internet is real. They just assume that. They think that everything that they see is kind of like, all right, this is what's going on. And I didn't realize that at first. But when my son messaged me that, I was like, whoa. Are you serious? Like, what about that sounds legitimate? Nothing. I told him, I said, have I ever told you that? No. Okay. So delete it. Please. Right. My mom. I was born at night, not last night. Crazy. Yeah. That's what it is. This is funny. This is the Senseless Bureau. Oh shit! Send us $100. We'll make you rich. The U.S. Senseless. Wow, that's funny. Signal providers also trying to repair your credit. Right? Why do you need to repair your credit if you're trading profitably? Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. So I mean, y'all still out there messing around with all this online stuff, and like I said, y'all run into this TA content, this information. Any of these videos, these live streams, anything. If you run into this, just keep watching stuff on the channel. Go to the search bar, type in 301 mindset, watch that video, and get some real information. Become informed so that you understand like what's actually happening. Because that's probably one of the bigger things that aggravates me just in general is people they'll ask me questions and I'm like, did you look at anything? Like I understand that you must have seen something because you're messaging me, but watch more stuff before you ask silly questions like that, please. Like for real, please, man. Do you trade for people? No. Like, why is that the first question that you asking? Stop. Stop. It's illegal for somebody to trade for you. That's illegal. Even if you have a broker, your broker is licensed to do that. And they're not trading for you. They're trading on your behalf. They're not trading for you. It's not a robot. Like, no, none of that is legitimate. You want to make money in trading, you're going to have to learn how to do it yourself. So all them signals and strategies that you buying, it ain't going to work, homie. It's not going to work, home slice. Yeah, that's excellent. Project discipline. Consistency brings results. Yep. Yeah, here we go. This is what we do.
Dom DeMarco, Dom DeMarco.
Hire your damn self. That's it. Yeah, so I think I had mentioned this to y'all a while back. Eventually, I want to incorporate, a call-in show. I don't know how I'm gonna go about doing it yet, but there's I think that there will be a lot of value for people if they can call in and ask questions about stuff. It's different when you're talking to somebody versus just being talked to. It is a little different. I think that will add a lot of value. And also because for me, I get a chance to just hear people. You know, like I read and see what people are saying, and I just be thinking, I'm like, what? Why would you even ask that? Why would you even? So this way, I can just say to you, why are you asking me that? And you on the spot, you got to respond because you called in. See? Yeah, so I do want to incorporate that in the near future. I'm going to figure out how to go about doing it. But I think that will be very valuable. Project Curry. Peter said you can all hear my lovely voice. Oh, man. Yeah, but that'll be good. That will be good. With discipline and training, you can fix stupid, but how can you ask Mark, how long will that take? Ooh, Melanie hit it on the head. That be the main question. Come on, Mel. See? That's the main question. Yup. How long is it gonna take me? I don't know your level of stupid. Depends on your level of retarded. How retarded are you? That's the question. Oh, man. Yep. How long you been practicing stupidity? Oh, man, right. A long ass time. Facts. Facts. Yeah, and see, this is something else that I know. They're not gonna call in. Yeah, the keyboard warriors, they ain't calling in. They ain't gonna expose themselves. Yep. Yeah, stick it out. Stick it out. Eventually, you won't be stupid no more. It's the staying for me. Oh man, yeah, definitely, Damon. We could do that, and I mean, we do this now. Um, I think I more so want to hear from people that like don't know about what we're doing and have questions just in general. Like what my aim is to try to have as many people who don't know about trading at all, but have questions. I want to hear the type of questions that people have that don't know about what trading is at all. I'm really curious to find out like what would you want to know if this, you know, just in general, because this will give me an idea of what is inside of people's brain when it comes to trading. When they hear that word, that's really why I'm doing it. So I kind of want to have it be as general as possible for the caller. And of course, people that do trade that are not training with us, I want to hear from them too. I want to hear from people trading Forex. And I want to compare and, you know, and talk about the differences. Like I really am more interested in hearing from people that don't do what we do, because I'm curious to know that when you run into this, why are you not doing this? That's what I be wanting to know. I'm like, all right, you've been exposed to this now, and you're confused about what now? Like, what are you confused about? That's what I want to know. Because my thing is, when you run into this information, the confusion is over, bro. So all them questions that you be having are answered. But you know how people are. Oh, I didn't know that you did the video talking about that. You know, all of that. Well, I've only watched a few of your videos. All right, so what's your question? Well, you know, it's trade. I know there's a lot of scams out there. Is trading something that's legitimate? See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, that's a basic question that people are still asking. And to me, that's aggravating, because I'm like, what do you mean? Is it legitimate? So that tells me more about what you've been exposed to if you're still asking that question. You like, y'all understand what I'm saying? So are y'all like understanding the direction that I want to go in with the calls? I'm trying to get more information. Like, this is really to gather data and information more so. So I'll know what specific things to talk more about. Because this awareness and this education with what we're doing is powerful. I mean, you talk about a business or a career that's pandemic proof, recession proof. If it ain't this, I don't know what it is. And see, all right, this is what excites me also about what we do. It's the fact that anybody can do it. Like, literally, it doesn't, like, there is no restriction or limitation. I don't care who you are. You over 18, right? You got a bank account? You got an address? Okay, cool. How old are you? 70? Okay, cool. So it don't matter if you 18, 40, 60. You can do this. This is something that is what you actually can do. That's why I'm excited about it. See, all right. So let me compare that for just for purposes of what I'm trying to do as far as the point that I'm making. Let's say that you wanted to become a surgeon, but you're 35. You know how much schooling you have to receive to learn how to become a surgeon? You got to be in school, like you got years ahead of you, but you're 35 already. Let's say that you're 40. That's a lot of school that you would have to do. And if you actually do it and go through the process, by the time you become a surgeon, you're going to be like 60. I'm exaggerating, but y'all understand what I'm saying. You're going to be in your late 40s, early 50s by the time you actually get to do it. Take another profession. And the reason that I'm bringing up a profession like that is because that's the only profession where you can make the equivalent amount of money that you can make doing this. I'm talking about top 1% money, 6 figures, multiple 6 figures, mid 6 figures, high 6 figures. Not a regular job, surgeon, anesthesiologist, engineer of some type. These professions, if that's something that you wanted to do, what's required? A lot of school, a lot of money. You're going to have to take loans out to go to school because you don't got the money to pay for that unless you're already successful at something. So yeah, like y'all see what I'm saying? So that's why I want to have the call-ins, because I just want to get an idea like of what people are thinking about when they run into this information. I'm like, what y'all thinking about? What y'all talking about? I'm just curious. And I want to collect the info. Yep. Yeah, and this is what people love to do. And we know that ain't going to work. That ain't going to work. And yes, please, right. When you call, if you got an argument or a debate or whatever, well, that's cool, but back it up. Otherwise, I'll just hang up on you. You know what? You know what's funny? That's another reason why I want people to call in so I can hang up on them. Oh shit, that's mad petty, right? I just want to hang up on people. No, I'm just joking. Yes. And see, this is important right here, David. This is my point. This is my point. It's the same dynamic as why everyone doesn't go for becoming a surgeon. Because let me just listen to my question now, right? Just logically. In general, most people, if they had an opportunity to be in a profession where they can earn multiple 6-figure income, and they had a choice between that and a regular job, making a fraction of that income, are they willing to go for the high value income? And most people want the money, but they're not willing to do what it takes to get to that level. Am I right? with whatever the profession is. This is why you don't have that many people in certain professions. This is why you don't have that many people in that income level. Most people don't make that much money. See? So that's what this is what I mean as far as, well, if you being free ultimately, if we put a number on that, what's the number? 100,000 a year, 150, 200? Regardless of what number you pick, this is the key to it, regardless of who you are and how old you are. Now, that can't be said for other professions, because with other professions, the older that you get, it becomes almost impossible for you to do it because you're too old. Don't you know? It might be the airport, air traffic control. I think air traffic control is one, and there's another place that you can't work if you're over 35. You got to be under 35. If you're over 35, they don't want you. They cut it off. Are y'all listening? And what I'm talking about, these jobs are high-paying jobs. But if you're 35 and over, you can't do them, even if you wanted to. Oh, but I'm willing to do it. Nah, you're 36. No, sorry. If you would have come to us a couple of years ago, yeah, but not now. Sorry. See, here with this profession, you never get that message. This is a profession where you're asked, well, how old are you? I'm 35. Okay, come on in. Put the work in and you'll get it. How old are you? 40. Come on in. How old are you? 50. Come on in. How old are you? 60. Come on in. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I want to talk to people. That's why I want to talk to people. Because it's 8 to 80 over here. Well, technically 18. So it's 18 to 80. Doesn't matter. That's strong. That's powerful. So when you talk about something that's life-changing, I mean, I've done a lot of things, failed at a lot of things, and been successful at many things. But I can't compare nothing to this at all. Like, it ain't even close. Oh, I want to sit around on the charts all day. That's not what we do. You don't sit on these charts all day. Before I came on here, I was watching Amazon Prime. And eating Captain Crunch. And observing the market out the corner of my eye. Come on now. I think I traded. And took a trade. Hold up, I forgot. And was in a trade. In a trade on a Friday. It's so natural to me, I forgot. Two trades this week, I think. Is it two? Maybe three. I gotta look into. When I check my bank, I'll know, because I'll see deposits in there. Tell you, it's real. The click buzz. Yep. That's the sound of an old school hang up. Oh man. David says most people want the security. They're not strong enough to bet themselves to reap the rewards of hard work and dedication. Indeed. And the thing about it is that, see, for those people, they're like that anyway. So if that's who a person is, that's just who they are. Nothing is going to change that, except for them making the change themselves. So that's going to be the case regardless. But now there are people who, if given the opportunity, will put the work in. And see that right there, just knowing that alone, that motivates me. That motivates the hell out of me. That right there. The fact that there's somebody right now that's out here that don't know about TeamAlliance. And if they did, their life would change. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Their life will change because they're going to put work in. They're going to do it. See? People like this. See, just listen to what Carrie is saying. Listen. I failed at many things. I've succeeded at things. I stay in training with TA to change the projection of the course of my destiny. TA for life. Now, do you have any doubt about whether or not Carrie will be able to do this? None. Just the fact that a person speaks how they speak, you know that they're going to do it. Come on now. Maui Jeff, start training with TA doesn't even change your day-to-day life. Just press play. Going after other high-paying careers requires you to stop everything and go back to school. Say it again. Say it again. And Damon, yes, I did, sir. Yes, I did. Josh, I do not trade anything except for the 5-minute binaries on NADEX. So I can't do training on the other instruments because I don't trade them. Now, if there's a question about just the market in general, I definitely can answer that. Definitely. And I think that market understanding is the answer to you succeeding on with any instrument that you trade. So regardless of what you're trading, everything you just mentioned, spreads, the knockouts, the longer binaries. Now, the thing that you said that stuck out to me was high volume session. See, now that right there, instantly, as soon as you say that, I immediately associate that with instability in the markets movement. So without even going into the other instruments, I can tell you right away that it will be more difficult for you to anticipate the outcome of what you're trading during market instability. So what am I saying? High volume sessions are more dangerous to be a part of. That's what I'm saying. And see, for some people, their methodology or the way that they trade, they require more volatility because they want more action. They want more, opportunities as far as option pricing or as far as pricing for the instrument, etc. But I will say that just looking at the instruments from the perspective of the instrument is one of the biggest mistakes that you can make. You have to understand the market and how it relates to the instrument that you're trading. That's why we do so well with the 5-minute binaries. Mind you, 5-minute binaries scare people. The average person is afraid of 5-minute binaries. Oh God. 5-minute binaries, man, they just seem dangerous. No, they're not dangerous at all when you understand the market. See, when you understand the market, what is risky to everyone else becomes not risky at all to you. It's just like how people think that there's more risk involved because you have more contracts on the trade. But answer me this. Is the trade the same or is it different because there's a different contract size? See? Answer that question and that tells you everything. Just because you have a different contract size, it has nothing to do with the market movement. So if your contract size don't affect the market's movement, then it don't matter how many contracts you have on the trade. That's a mental thing for you. You think that you're risking more because you have more contracts. And that's how your confidence can be the same regardless of how many contracts you trade. Just like I ask people all the time. All right, if you're confident in what you're doing, scale up the size of your trades. If you're confident in what you're doing, put the whole account at risk. Whoa. But just listen to me logically. Start off small at the bottom. What's the lowest number of contracts that you can trade on NADEX? 1. Put $100 in your account. Start with 1 contract. And every time that you trade, risk the whole account. However many contracts you can buy based on your account size. And trade. Now check this out. If you're scared to do that, why are you scared to do that? Oh, because you could potentially lose. Well, you could always potentially lose. But my question is, why are you scared to do that? Why are you lacking the confidence to do that? So do you see how it has more to do with you now? It's like, oh, well, wait, now you're asking me a question about me. Yep. Because the market's not stopping you. It's the same market. You think that the market is going to do something different just because you have more contracts on your trade? Of course not. Market is doing the same thing it always does. The problem is you don't understand what it is. This is why you should take the time to understand the market first. See? Just like when you start observing, that's the first question. All right, well, how does the market look when these trades win? Whenever it is that you want to trade. All right, I like trading during the U.S. session. Okay, let's study the market during the U.S. session now. When trades win, how does the market look? What was the market doing? Was there volatility? Was there reversal moves? How was it moving? How many pips are the moves during each 1 minute candle? How many micro pips are in these moves? See, this is how you learn. You got to study the market. These are questions that you should be asking before you trade. You should know the answer to this before you take your first trade. Well, I've seen during the U.S. session, the majority of the time, the market has reversal energy in it. Some days it doesn't have that reversal energy. So now you're seeing differences. Okay, so sometimes it's not doing that. All right, so when it is doing that, how do the trades win? When it's not doing that, what happens with the same trades? Oh, well, no, it doesn't make sense to take those trades if it's not doing that behavior. Look at what just happened. You just learned how not to lose. Whoa. That quick. You just learned how not to lose by looking at the market, though. So now that's a plan. That's a plan now. Execute that plan. All right, I know not to trade at all during this type of behavior. When the market is doing that, I'm not taking my setup. Whoa. Do you like, man? Literally, I'm just giving it all away. Literally. That is powerful information I just gave. That's it. Mind you, this has nothing to do with me or the way I trade. This is you. I don't care what it is you trade. Spreads, knockouts, 2-hour binaries, daily binaries, weekly binaries. Look at the market. Pay attention to how the market looks when these trades win. How does the market look when the trade wins by landslide? How often are you seeing that take place? Not that often. All right, well, you know that when it does happen, you win by landslide. You want to wait for those? You want to wait for that behavior in the market? Are you willing to? Do you have the discipline and the patience to only wait for that? Look at that. Now you got to get into your mindset. So you see, this is the process that I use to develop how I trade now. I'm telling you everything I did. This is how I know what stability means. These words, you don't hear these words anywhere else. Where else do you go anywhere on the internet and you hear words like the stability, instability, move and hold? Where do you hear these words? Nowhere. Ranges. You might hear that here and there, but not the way that you hear me talk about it. This is all stuff that the market does. You see the market doing this every day when I'm doing live market observation. The tools I use. I have one tool on the chart. It's just candles and a box. Candles in a box. Nothing else. No indicators, no nothing. And we have full clarity on what the market is doing right now. That's how you do it. Yep. Shani said he allergic to that type of behavior, huh? Yeah, he's allergic to the market doing too much. Me too. I start sneezing. Market be doing too much. I start sneezing and my eyes get watery. Timberlake had a song about the box. It's my wicks in the box. That's funny. It just sounds funny. Insanity. Yeah, face all puffy. Yeah, but so this will definitely all be helpful. That's all I really am trying to do, is to be as helpful to the overall trading community as possible. Because this is a very powerful profession to be in. Like it really is. And, you know, it starts off with people recognizing that this is a profession. You being able to study and understand markets is a profession within itself. Don't you realize there's people on, first of all, let me tell you something. When I was young, and I'm talking about 19, 20, by the time I was 19, I already had 7 years of experience with the financial markets because I have been studying and learning since I was 12. So when I'm age 19, 20, I'm literally walking around Wall Street, Pearl Street, down in Manhattan in the financial district. Walking around running up on people that I think work on Wall Street somewhere and asking them questions, picking their brain, asking them stuff. And I think I told a part of this story, but like this just speaks to how the industry overall is perceived. People associate financial markets and, you know, trading and stuff and investing and professionals with a suit and a tie. And all of that is cool. All of that is great. But you don't have to be wearing a suit and tie to understand the market. When I was 19, 20 years old, I knew more about the market than people I was talking to who were on Wall Street. I remember there was a guy, he was a broker. I'm trying to remember the brokerage firm he worked for. It was it Bear Stearns? No, it wasn't Bear Stearns. It was it did start with a B. I forgot what the name was. It might come back to me. But anyway, so he was a broker. And one time I was in a coffee shop. Was it a Dunkin' Donuts? No, it wasn't a Dunkin' Donuts. It was a different coffee shop. And just forgive me, my memory, I'm trying to just remember all the details. But I'm in the coffee shop and I'm talking to another guy that I knew. And this guy was in there. So I'm over here, I'm listening to his conversation with another guy that worked with him at their brokerage. So my friend was telling me, and my friend was also a broker. So he was telling me, he's like, yeah, this guy right here, he works over at such and such. Yeah, I used to work over there with him. He doesn't know shit. And I'm like, really? Like, he seems like, he's talking a lot of shit. He's talking about things and blah, 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 blah. Because I'm listening to his conversation and he just sounded like, you know, somebody that knows a lot but don't know shit. He just had that sound. Like he was saying so much stuff. But I'm like, yeah, I don't know if you really know what you're talking. So anyway, I said, let's go talk to him. He was like, all right, come on. So he brought me over and introduced me to him. And so now we're like in a little huddle talking about, you know, the markets. And then they were talking about different stocks that their firm is recommending and what they are pitching. That's what the conversation turned into, the stock that they wanted to pitch or that they actually were pitching at the time. So I think that the stock, it was in telecommunications. And at the time, I had just bought stock in, what was the name of this company? It started with an O. And I remember telling like bits and pieces of this before. But anyway, so I have just bought stock in the company. And I started talking about it. I'm like, oh, you guys are in the telecommunications stock? All right, cool. Yeah, I just bought such and such and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, just overall telecommunications are going to take off because they're lowering the rates. No, it wasn't Oracle. No, it was not Oracle. It was a company that actually made. Yes, thank you. Qualcomm. Sheesh. I said, oh, but I meant Q. My bad. Qualcomm. Yes, thank you, Walker. You remember. Yes, it was Qualcomm. So I'm telling them about me being in that stock and just talking about telecommunications in general. So anytime I used to start talking, everybody just would be quiet. Everybody would just be listening. So now they're starting to ask me questions and they're picking my brain and blah, 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 right? So I'm like, yeah, I think Qualcomm is definitely a better buy because your stock, the earnings per share, you know, the earnings per share, there's like a formula that you use, and the lower, or it might have been the high, I forgot what it was, but anyway, the number for that stock was too high. So anytime the EPS is too high, it's like it's already priced into the stock. I'm like, you know, if you want to be in a stock, you want to pick stocks that are undervalued, good companies, but that are undervalued, because if they're undervalued, that means that something happened to affect the price, but the price is going to go back to where it was. So that you know, that was one of the ways that I used to like to invest in stocks. I would always want something to happen, like news or something, to put the stock price down, but something that did not affect the actual fundamentals of the company. So anyway, so Qualcomm was one of those stocks. And I told them about it, and I was telling them about when I got in and blah, blah, blah. So maybe a month or two later, I get a call from my friend that knew that same guy. And he's telling me about how they switched their recommended stock from the one that they were investing in to Qualcomm. And this guy ended up having like the best numbers at the firm. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, he owed me something for that. So later on, I had ran into him again. And when I ran into him, he had offered to buy me dinner and, you know, like to hang out or whatever, just to say thanks or whatever. And I'm like, it's so funny how if you would talk to him, you would think that he knew a lot, but he really didn't know that much. But he was smart enough to listen to what actually did make sense and to listen to wisdom. And then he took the wisdom and he put it into action. He didn't have to do that. And he had to have the balls to do that. You understand what I'm saying? Because mind you, who am I? I'm just a regular dude. But you can tell from how I'm talking about what I'm doing that I know what I'm talking about. And then if you go and do your own due diligence, you'll see that what I'm saying is true. And it proved to be true. And we did very well with Qualcomm. I think from on my position on that stock, I had maybe did like 150% return, something crazy. And I know that those guys had got in later than me, but they did very well. And mind you, these are dudes working on Wall Street. I wasn't working on Wall Street. I was 19. And even when I had became an apprentice for a broker friend of mine, that still was later on. And I wanted to do that just to see how they did things in a brokerage firm. You know, so it's very interesting when you actually run into people that know what they're talking about. Because you know when people don't know what they're talking about, kind of. You know what I'm saying? When they talking too much. So it was very interesting. But that I remember that vividly. And that was actually something very good that, you know, ended up happening once again, just from me running into people on Wall Street. Because I kid you not, I literally just used to walk up to people. What do you do? Where do you work? You know, and of course they're going to talk because people like to talk. They used to tell me everything. Oh yeah, I work over such and such. And I ran into vice presidents. I ran into brokers. I ran into, you know, to new apprentices and people that didn't know what they were doing. I ran into dudes that were going to get their license. Some of them didn't have their license yet. They still were in the training program, all type of stuff. But all of that helped me personally just elevate my understanding of the industry. So I got to get the inner workings of how everything worked in the financial markets. And I'm like, nah, it ain't cracked up to be what everybody thinks that it is. I'm like, you're thinking all these people are making money just because they got a suit and a tie on. Half of them don't know what they talking about. Probably more. Probably more. Because that same stock that he was telling me that they were recommended, that stock it ended up being trash. And it never came back. I'm like, I know that you're glad I got out of that, huh? See, because what happens with brokers, traditionally on Wall Street, brokers actually call people. They have a whole stack of index cards with names, numbers, and what the person does. And they call in doctors, lawyers, they call in people, high income clientele. They have a list of these leads, and they literally are cold calling. Their job is to get them on the phone, keep them on the phone long enough so that they can pitch the stock that they're recommending at their firm. And that's what it's about. You're trying to get people to commit to opening an account, $5,000, $10,000, whatever it is. And then the idea is that they start off with a small account, you make them some money, and then now they have confidence in you as a broker. And when you tell them about the next opportunity, you want to put more money in because they did well last time. See, that's the idea, even though that's not always what happened. But for some brokers, it did work out like that. They'll open up a small account with like a doctor. Doctor might open up for 10,000. And then they'll say, they'll recommend the stock. Doctor might buy 100 shares, something like that. And then maybe return 15, 20% on the stock. You got to understand, you get 15% in like a month or two. That's huge. That's huge. So now they're like, damn, 15%, man, I could have had 15% on 100,000. So now they throw more money in the account. See, and the broker is going to make more money now on the transaction because the broker gets paid through the fees and the commissions. So the more money that you are actually investing, the more money that the broker makes. And the broker is making that money whether you do well in the stock or not. So the idea is to get more and more assets under management. So the more money that they manage, the more fees and commissions they make. And that's Wall Street. See? So I learned that. And when I figured out that that's what was going on, I kind of didn't like the idea of trading for other people. Because I'm like, wait, so you got to go through all that just to trade somebody else's money. Why don't you just trade it yourself? And that's when I realized, I'm like, oh, because y'all don't really have that much confidence all the time in what y'all are trading and what y'all are recommending. Sometimes y'all might just be recommending bullshit. I'm not saying that that's what they intentionally did, but that's what it might end up being. So if that's the case, then may not do that well. It's going to make it more difficult for your clients to be confident in you. But, like I said, I learned a lot about the business end of it. And to me, I was like, nah, I could do better just trading myself. I'm going to just figure out how to trade, figure out how to invest myself. And that's where my attention always went. I just was like, nah, I'm going to learn this shit myself and trade for me. And that's what I did. Yep. So anyway, I don't even know how I started talking about that. I have no idea how I even brought that up, but it's all relevant. It's all relevant because, like I said, those experiences led up to my overall knowledge base and for, how I function now with the market. I know that you need to understand the market. Regardless of what you're trading, you need to understand the market. Yep. Gotta understand the market, man. Yep, definitely good stuff, man. Definitely. All right, it's Friday. This seemed like a good Caribbean food day. I want some chicken patties. Chicken patties, stewed chicken, rice, and peas. It's Friday, man. Caribbean Food Friday. Yeah, man. Yeah, the evolution is crazy. It really is. Yep. Right. Nobody yeah, see? Orion, he gets it. He gets it. He gets it. That's how I look at this, because I'm like, man, for somebody that nothing was given to, I give a lot. I'm like, I literally give away everything I'm learning. All of it. And that's why I continue to succeed at what we do, because I'm not selfish with the information. See, that's why I have evolved and grown. Just like how when I had invested in that stock, I didn't have to tell them dudes about it. I didn't have to tell them nothing, but I told them. I said, yeah, I just bought, Qualcomm, 50 shares. And I think 50 shares at the time was like maybe 20,000, something like that. And I remember when I got out that trade, it was close to 50,000. When I exited that trade. Crazy. And they did remarkably well. Like that dude, he ended up being the top earner that same year. And it was mainly because of that recommendation. Yep. I remember that clearly. So yeah, man. I mean, it's all good. So this is why TA is going to continue to be successful. Yes, indeed. Oh, wow. Really? Oh, boy. Honey mustard. Let's go. They got that honey mustard on Maui. Yeah, the Chick-fil-A honey mustard is crazy, man. That's the best honey mustard, period. Nice. Damn, you know how long we been on here for? I didn't even realize it. 2 hours and 12 minutes. Wow. Melanie says, just want to say that the increase in videos in the chat is fire. We're growing and elevating as a team. Thank you, Mark. Yep. Yep. That's how we moving. Yeah, I mean, I say it all the time. Like, it ain't even start yet. Like, what's to come? We haven't seen what's to come yet. This is the start. That's what's crazy to me. This is the start, man. Yep, more to come, man. Stay tuned. All right, y'all, let me get out of here. 3:25, yeah, I'm gonna go get my food and just relax. Take Lulu somewhere. I know she thirsty to go somewhere. Lulu be needing to get out the house. For real, women cannot stay still. They can't be in the house for too long. They gotta get outside. For real. All right, everybody. So listen, y'all have a great weekend. Like I said, I'm gonna start next week. I'll be on Sunday night with a live market observation. So I will see you guys then. All right, you know what it is. Mark Fuller, TeamAlliance. Coffee and Charts, volume 19? Yeah, volume 19. All right, I'm out.
Dom DeMarco.